Vamos, brothers, this is your boy JT, and welcome back to another episode of South Stand Stories. And it is Leeds United 0, Brighton 1. And first things first, I gotta hold my hands up, I gotta put my face out there, I gotta own up, face the music. Because I owe Lewis Deaton an apology, I owe all of you an apology, I owe everyone an apology. Because I came out talking mad smoke. I was on more smoke than a goddamn bomb. I was on more smoke than a smoke grenade. I was on more smoke than Wiz Khalifa. But unfortunately, it wasn't to be for Leeds United. We were second best. We were done out. Graham Potter, you know what? I have to apologise to him as well. I have to apologise to Brighton fans. I have to apologise to everyone. Because he has our number once again. Doesn't matter if we have a new manager. Doesn't matter if we have Jesse Marsch at the helm. Brighton have our number. And I still stand by my point. I think Leeds have a better squad than Brighton. I think player for player, we're a better team. We're a better team. But the way they play, the way they set up, they won it more than us. They ran through us. They controlled the midfield battle. Every single time we had a player on the ball in the midfield, they had 2 or 3 men around us. And we just couldn't live with them. We couldn't live with them. The way they played, the way they dominated us, the way they took the game to us. The thing I said we need to do, which is what we did against Chelsea, is take the goddamn game to them. Take it to them. But we didn't take it to anyone, man. We couldn't take a game to a virgin in a brothel. We couldn't sell ice to the Eskimos. We couldn't do anything today. Every time we tried to make 1 or 2 consecutive passes, we fell flat on our face. We absolutely sucked in there. We were sucking air. We were gasping at air. We looked like we didn't have energy at times. We looked like we were being swarmed. Oh, man, it just wasn't great. It wasn't great. The link-up play going forward was not on. It really wasn't on. We didn't have that many out balls. Our final ball, our delivery was terrible. Our decision-making in the final third was not on today. It really wasn't on. There are a few times. There was one time Brendan Aronson could have had a great strike on goal and he decides to cut it back to nobody. There was a time when Sinister missed an open net. I mean, I feel bad for him. If he timed the run a little bit earlier, I think it would have been a lot easier for him. I think he was coming at it just a little bit too late and the angle was maybe a little bit too close. Maybe I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt there, but he should have been probably slotting that one. We were lucky to get the chance in the first place. Aronson wins the ball, take on 2 players, and then they bloody passed it to him. I keep thinking this Caicedo. I can't actually remember. Forgive me for that one. But he tackles him and ends up passing it straight to the back post where Sinister was. I don't know how we didn't end up scoring from that. I don't know how we didn't end up scoring at all in the game because we did have the ball in dangerous positions to create chances. Rodrigo Moreno, I'm one of his biggest fans. But today, that wasn't it, Chief. That was ugly. That was disgusting at times, you know. Sometimes he'd be in the final third. There would be a great option for him to maybe go for the cutback or whatever. Maybe just hold up a little bit at a time. Like literally just for a split second. Slow down. Stop. Wait for someone to make the run into the box. No, he'd just look up and lash the ball towards goal. And that happened 2, 3, 4 times. And that's 2, 3, 4 times more than I'm going to allow us to do if we're going to get any points out of this game. Because Brighton, like you say, they won't allow you to. They won't allow you to miss those kind of chances. They will come forward and they will punish us. And that's exactly what they eventually did with Pascal Gross. But before that, let's be real, they should have been about 2, 3 to the good. In the first half, they should have been at least 2-0 up. Melier pulled out a couple of decent saves. Finishing-wise, oh my God, they were awful, man. Oh my God, they couldn't finish in a brothel. Pascal Gross, oh my days. Missed a couple of sitters. The worst one, though, Webster. I don't know if he's got webs in his feet with a finish like that. I mean, I know it came from his head, but maybe his feet were a little bit off balance there. Maybe he didn't have that samba dancer-esque balance in there because the ball comes in and how? He's one-on-one with the header. He has so much space to slot it, and he just absolutely balloons it into the stands. I don't know how he managed to do that. I don't know how Leeds were let off the hook like that. All he has to do, stand back a little bit, wait for the ball to come across his body, flick it in. No, he goes for it too early, and Leeds let off again. And we were let off time and time again. And when you let off like that, usually it's Leeds letting teams off like that, and then those teams come and punish us. Unfortunately, Leeds not able to punish them. And when we finally This is where it's a kick in the teeth. A kick in the teeth right here, because there was finally a moment in the game where we look like, oh my God, hang on a second. Leeds are starting to grow into this. This is the second half we have been craving for. This is the second half that we're waiting for. Finally, Klitsch comes on. He's playing the ball around nicely. Klitsch, probably the best substitute we had coming on. Better than Sinisterra, arguably. Klitsch, again, he's been very good this season. Very underrated. Does he deserve a start? I heard some people saying Klitsch should be starting over Rocker next game. Some people saying he should be starting over Dan James, and then you put Aronson out wide. It's interesting. Where would you play Klitsch? Would you bring Klitsch in? I think he probably deserves, whether it's a start or it's 45 minutes, he deserves more game time than he's been getting on the basis of the performances he has put in. And let's not forget, he's our oldest and most experienced player to play in there. Okay, experience slightly less than Cooper, but he's our oldest and in that sense, the most experienced player that we can put into the squad right now. But exactly, he comes on, he's controlling the game a little bit. Finally, Leeds are getting a bit more of a foothold in the middle of the park. We're starting to play the ball around a little bit nicer. We're starting to make more strings of consecutive passes together. But the second we do that, the second we start to get some control in the game, a little bit of foothold into the game, what happens? Brighton come forward, they pounce. 1-2, terrible defending again. They step off their man, leave Pascal Gross in so much space in the back sticks, and it's a beautiful finish. It is a beautiful finish, and it was a beautiful run to earn it in the first place, with Danny Welbeck making a run just breaking between the lines, just onside a game, much like that Man United game. Great run by him, great cutback, and then a great slot across to Pascal Gross, but just stupid defending again, just switching off at the vital moment, falling asleep. The second you start to get a little bit comfortable, you switch off, you lose concentration, and you allow Brighton to come forward and punish you like that. And Leeds never really looked like getting anything out of the game after that. We just didn't. You know, Gelhardt came on again. His decision-making wasn't great today. Aronson, he tried a lot, but not a lot of it came off. He wasn't really able to break through the lines, wasn't really able to get into their final third and cause too much damage. He was getting dispossessed quite a bit. Jack Harrison, again, dispossessed a hell of a lot. Wasn't really able to do anything. I'm not going to criticize Harrison too harshly. Like I said, I think he's been one of our best, if not arguably our best player this season. But, you know, today you have to be honest. He couldn't really do much, but neither could a lot of that Leeds team. Neither could a lot of them. Brighton just, you know what, tactically you have to give it to them. They got it spot on today. They got it spot on. They really did. They were coming forward with ease. They were out-pressurizing us. Their counter-press was insane. We were finding it very hard to live with it. Our midfield was getting bypassed. Oh my God. It was like that security guard. I don't know if you've seen the video where he's literally stood outside the gates and he's doing this, like tapping the guys down, barely checking them. That was our bloody midfield today. Just easily bypassed, walk past. Didn't have to put any kind of pressure into it at all. I say our press is about as intense as a straight shot of Ray and Nephews. Their press was about as intense as a straight shot of Apple Sours, but it was still enough to guide through that midfield. We were open today, and they still managed to just cause us absolute bedlam in there. I think it could have been more, and I thought we should have been ransacking them, but I have to give Brighton the credit. I do have to give Brighton the credit. I have to give the players the credit. I have to give the manager the credit. Do I think he's a better manager than Jesse Marsch? No. Do I think they have better players than Jesse Marsch? No. Do I think tactically they got it spot on against us, and tactically they outdid us, outgunned us? Yes. Do I think that's over for Leeds? No, I don't. No, I don't. We move on to Everton. We have to somewhat have some sort of a positive outlook on it. Yes, it's one game. It's 2 games now that we've lost points in. Generally, you know, maybe if you asked a lot of people at the start of the season, would you take 7 points out of your first 4 games on the basis of what happened in the season before? A lot of people would. A lot of people would. It's unfortunate the way things have gone. Man United now only 1 point behind us after their car crash of a season, start to a season. Liverpool closing in now after an emphatic 8-0 win. Jesus Christ, what a win that was. City also extending the gap ahead of us now. So we have to really pull our finger out against Everton and then against Brentford as well next weekend. We've got 2 games coming up in quick succession now. This is probably exactly what Leeds need to get back on the horse, get back firing on all cylinders, get the squad back together, get the squad back motivated, get the heads back up, and try and take some sort of positive out of this. Try and get something out of the game. try and get something out of it, at least a point against Everton. For me, I want to be going for all 3, but on the basis of this performance, I just want to see a bit more. I just want to see a bit of clinicality. I just want to see a bit of cutting edge. Like I said, what we miss in Bamford is someone who can open up space for others, create space in that final third, and allow us to create that killer chance. Because we didn't really create too many today. We really didn't. We struggled to. We struggled with a focal point up there that could really hold the ball off and dominate against defenders like Webster, who are just on you like a rash that you can't get rid of. But nonetheless, it was a game which Leeds lost. But a game that showed very few glimmers of positives that we're going to have to try and take out of it towards Everton. But let me know what you guys thought about the game. Who was your man of the match? Who was your player of the match for Leeds, for Brighton, for either? What do you think needs to change? Who would you bring into the squad? Was this a managerial problem? Was it a player problem? What was the problem? Was it just that Brighton were too good? Is that what it was? Or did we make it easier for them at times? Let me know what you guys think. I really want to know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. But for now, guys, I will see you very, very soon. Au revoir, my brothers and my sisters.